Good afternoon, dear colleagues. My name is Kabakbaeva Nurzhamal. I am an English teacher at gymnasium named after Gani Muratbaeva in Bayzak region. Today, I'd like to speak about the use of short writing during listening. This topic is very important in teaching English, especially when we want to help learners understand spoken information better and more confident. The main idea is to show how short writing can make listening easier, less stressful, and more effective for learners. Now, first of all, let me talk about the history of short writing. The idea of short writing is new. It appeared in development over many years. In 1930s, this concept was mentioned by Charles Bailey. Later, in the 20th century, it was studied by Mikhail Beloruchev. And in 1992, Ivan Fadeev also contributed to the development of this method. This shows that short writing has theoretical background and has been used successfully for a long time. Now, let us look at peculiarities of short writing. The first peculiarity is that we don't write full words or sentences. Instead, we use only symbols, figures and numbers, lines and arrows, our own created symbols, general abbreviations of organizations, countries, and companies. For example, UN, the USA, the UK, and so on. We also use syllabic abbreviations such as info, co, or coop, as you can see here. The second peculiarity is why short writing is useful. First, it helps learners not to rely on their memory. Research shows that 90% of the text can be restored using short notes. And second, it saves time, which is very important during listening tasks. Third, listening becomes less stressful because learners don't try to write everything word by word. Also, short writing helps students improve scanning and skimming skills. They learn to find important information quickly and focus on details. And finally, it's interesting and motivating for learners because they feel more confident and active. And now I would like to explain how to use short writing in practice. The first step is divide them into two types. Only precise information should be shortened and written down. For example, numbers, dates, names, places, results, or key facts. Another important rule is that short writing is usually written diagonally, not in straight lines. This helps the brain organize information better. Also, learners can shorten a text in any language they like. They can mix language if it helps them understand faster. They are also free to use their own shortening symbols, which makes this method very personal and effective. Now, let me give you some examples. For example, 356 companies of the region had profit in 20,000, and 345 students graduated from Russian universities last year. Here, the meaning is clear, but writing is much shorter and faster. Finally, I would like to mention some useful sources which support this method. They include works by Schweitzer, Fyodorov, Chuzhakin, Theory of Translation, Fundamentals of General Translation, and the World of Translation. This source proves that short writing is effective not only in listening, but also in translation and language learning in general. To conclude, I'd like to say that short writing during listening is a very useful and practical technique. It helps learners save time, reduce stress, focus on key information, and improve their listening skills. Most importantly, it makes listening more enjoyable and successful. Thank you for your attention. I hope this method will be useful and in your teaching practice. Goodbye.